Habayishim banta halo kani kamat ka Emily ka Congress ba lasha sospon na ki Shillong ka kong Ampareen lingdo kam kwa banya sha neban kyntait ya kani kamat kabla wanra do Emily ka North Shillong ban pynkylla ne bishar biang ya ka policy bhah thungkam hapok yin dorbar thawan manta ka sngi kum ka jingong ka kong Ampareen ka dei kamat kabla ya tai pai ba bha haman lagi thliwing par kam kwa bakan long songshit halo kani kamat ka bakta iki pai ba kalong ka babakla ban ong batang ki khasi ke la shakta Ri Khasi Jaintia bat ki garu ki shakta lang kalong bakalong ka badon kam ban wat ya ka daw hatu ka ni ka policy bha thungkam kalong ka basongnya ka basong an ne em ha ka bakala banrap bakalong ka basisha bakadon ka jing bamsha halong ka ni ka bha thungkam ya ka ni ka bha thungkam ka traikam ne em ha ki we ki benta kum ha ki jaka puli ne tang ha ka bha thungkam Wemele ka molai ba proses ti sau kumi habayang ban kran halokani kamat uloong banadu ba yakun banyo ya ka jylla ki Khasi Jaintia badgaru kilong kowei banya kun lang hakaba layo langru ya kinong elam bat banrap ba nakabenta ka policy bha thungkam ka sorkar kaladei ban bishar sani bha
Carry a situation where when a sensitive subject such as the reservation policy is being debated and discussed, the method of its presentation to the legislature is something that I am finding very difficult to decide whether, as a member of the Treasury bench, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I was just saying that today the legislature faces its big test, because as a legislature, sir, sitting in the Treasury bench, I am forced to decide whether I support a resolution from the Treasury bench or whether I should oppose it. This is the test. It's an acid test for all of us. Being one of the chosen 60 to debate, to discuss, to argue in the realm of the Legislative Assembly, it has become very difficult for me to toe a line, to go either or. However, this is an issue which is deserving of great merit for a debate and a discussion. However, I will have to follow procedures of the legislature and overtly, because of the system, should not set a bad precedence for generations to come. What we do today is going to set a pattern. And the pattern which is set in the realm of debate in the August House is directed by the Constitution. Hence, I reserve my ultimate decision on whether I should or should not support such a resolution being tabled by a member of the Treasury bench. Leaving the technical aspect of my debate, I too would like to lend some observations to this issue, which definitely is becoming a household debate. It has surpassed an armchair discussion, but it's actually being lividly understood in the streets and amongst the citizens of the state. So the first thing that we need to understand from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, whom I presume will be replying to our queries, would be, what were the circumstances that guided the leaders of 1972 to arrive at an office memorandum of this nature? In fact, sir, I myself has asked to this government, what is the basic genesis of a state reservation policy peculiar only to our state? So we cannot forget the fallout of the Mandal Commission. Then we were young kids going to secondary school, where this whole country blew up in flames, and there was panic, there was confusion, there was chaos across the length and breadth of this beautiful country called India. So I wish not to be emotional on such a sensitive matter. I wish not to stir any fire, any flame, any anger in any part of this beautiful state called Meghalaya. We cannot allow emotions to get the better of us, because at the end of the day, we are one state, we are three major tribes. But time has come, sir, for some clarity on this ambiguous nature of the application of the state reservation policy. I, for one, would like to know the genesis of this big dragon that is facing every young person on the streets of our city, of our state. It will be wrong for me to say it's only the Khasis that are feeling victimized. It is wrong to interpret. Surely, even the Jaintias, even the Garos will be equally fueled. But is that the assignment of every legislator to come to the floor of the house and sing to the gallery and incite this communal, this harmony? That is not what I would recommend. However, we need to find out whether this state reservation policy is valid. Does it have merit? Is it enshrined in any strong tenets that would allow it to face legal scrutiny? Will this be not a violation of somebody else's right? We need to figure that out. And yes, we are now mature as a state at 50 years to do the needful. In fact, we do not need a resolution of this nature. We need a consultation. We need a sharing of responsibility. We need a conscious decision to ensure that tomorrow there will be no burning and no display of anger in any part of the state. My appeal through you, Deputy Speaker, sir, is to send this loud message to the people of the state of Meghalaya that whilst we decide to review an archaic law or an archaic interpretation of law such as this, there should be peace, there should be calm, there should be understanding. Sir, it is true that there is ambiguity as to whether or not the architects of the state of Meghalaya intended to apply this reservation policy on several other categories of application. Is it true that academics was one of the concern at that point of time in the state of Meghalaya in 1972? Was there a disparity of educational opportunities in different parts of the state? Well, what was the basic thought that prompted our leaders to decide such? This is something that I would like the government to explain to me and the people of the state. So there is a very precarious situation that has arisen in the state of Meghalaya, where even in seats where reserved categories would get an opportunity to get employment, gainful employment, we've seen that central government offices, central agencies, the NEHU, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs are now just lying vacant. Look at what's happening in Negrams. There is a great difficulty amongst nurses in Negrams, where one side is saying that you shall only promote if you have the years of service, but the others say no, you don't need to be having years of service. You can get promoted directly if you fall under a certain category. I urge upon this government to also look at these vacancies in central organization agencies and departments. Why is it that none of the jobs are being re-advertised? Why is it that none of the jobs are now being called for application? Because all of this hides behind this draconic reservation policy that has become so dear to us, yet so difficult to decide.
So we'll talk about participate in this issue that we should not forget, sir, that we fought our statehood. Khasis, Jaintias, Garus, we are one. We, in that, I remember, because till date I'm 59 years age, 59 years age. But my father, he was in jail at the time when we fought for the Hill State movement. My father is a state freedom fighter, though he was a fight for election, but he cannot win. But his blessing, I am like I am today, sir. Sir, that at the time we are together, at the time we are only a young boy, I may say that. We remember here from the Khasi Jaintias, from the Khasis we have, from the Jaintias we have, West Castle, even the Garus, fighting off the statehood, sir, we are together. That one slogan we raised to the government of India, we want Hill State, no Hill State, no rest. That is a slogan from the Khasis, the slogan from the Jaintias, and the slogan from the Garus, we are one. So we are very much happy, sir, that at the beginning of the formation of our state, our people have been the chief minister from one time to another. Till date that we have a chief minister that the Khasis, Jaintias and the Garus, we have a chief minister from our own people. Especially in this years and in this time, that we are very much happy that we have get even the chief secretary our own people. We have Mr. W.S. Parrett, we have Kong Rebecca Shillong as the chief secretary. We have the DGP president, and now the Khasi, and many departments have been leading by our people. But till date, we are very much happy that many of the departments have been leading by our people. What we want, sir, we want our state to be governed, to be ruled by own people, the Khasis, the Jaintias, and the Garus. But we are very much happy as of today, all this goes well. No doubt that is high time, because now we have moved over 50 years of our statehood. Something we have to do. If it is a reservation policy, if it is hard to review, like I've already said in the beginning, the government will examine. The government, if need, what the government will think of this issue, it is a wisdom of the government. But what we will later say, because of the scarcity of job, because of the many youth have been completion of the study inside, outside, national, international. During the COVID, many youth from national they come to a state because why? Because before they working in some part of the country, even before they working in some part international country in the world, they have working. 2020, 2021, even now they have come back to us because of the affected of the COVID-19. By touching of this issue, by solving of this issue, by doing something of this issue, something somewhere our people will get the benefit.